Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm just going to be going through a dialogue I had with a customer of mine, and I'm going to try and break down what I think is happening in the market at the moment. So before I get into it, if you do like my content, you know how to support me by now. You can do that by liking, commenting and subscribing. For those of you who did subscribe yesterday, I do appreciate it. I'm trying to build a channel that is respected by respected channels. You know, that's where I want to be. So in terms of stock, I'm not really showing anything new. You know, this is stuff I've been building up in the reserve. It's not really for sale, and I will explain why. But there is, you know, there's plenty of stock I've got in where I've got some really random stuff here. Totally forgot I had that. I'll probably auction that. That will get auctioned as well. So yeah, I've got stock in, but I wanted to talk about other dealers and their stock levels. Ooh, Noah's Ark. That is really badly milk sprayed. So yeah, the dialogue went as follows. He said to me, he's like, Sean, do you think there is a problem with stock? Do you think that other dealers are really struggling to get stock in? And I said to him, I think it's really thin on the ground at the moment. And he was like, yeah, I'm struggling to find good stock for the right price when looking at the online bullion dealers. So by the online bullion dealers, there's maybe 3 or 4 in the UK that do well. So you've got Atkinson's and Bullion by Post, Hat and Garden Metals and Shards. I think there is a trend at the moment where stock is really thin on the ground. And I said to him, I was like, one of the things that I'm noticing is that these dealers are putting their prices up, or some of these dealers are putting their prices up on certain coins. And I'll give you an example. Actually, I bought these 2 coins here a while back. Now, I probably overpaid when I bought them. However, I don't mind buying stuff like this for slightly more because I can keep them, and I know that there's going to be a point where they will do well. However, the same dealer I bought from, so I bought these in, I believe it was in July. The prices were higher back then as well. The same dealer I bought from recently got these in, and the prices were crazy. So I ended up buying five of these 10 ounces, and 3 of them I sold. However, the same dealer got the same stock in and whacked an extra £200 on a couple of the coins, the Lion of England in particular. I think this is kind of what happens when stock is thin on the ground. They tend to hold out for more money. As long as the bread and butter, so your standard stuff, pays the bills, I think what's happening is dealers are kind of raising the price on the other stuff because they're not sure when it's going to come in. This industry has always been an industry of feast and famine. When times are good, they're good. You know, and when times are slow, they can be really slow. It's like tumbleweed. And you've got a multitude of dealers who are competing with each other consistently, and the prices ebb and flow to reflect the competition in between these dealers. It happens both on the buy side and the sell side. Now, when times are super competitive, you're going to see dealers pay more for their stock. What they do is they just add it onto the other end because they know they can sell it. Like, I remember over the summer, some of the dealers were paying spot for sovereigns, which doesn't happen often. I tend to buy from other dealers who they charge me spot. So I did pretty well out of that because I saw my profits go up because I just kept in line with the other dealers, or the mainstream dealers. But I think the market mechanics work in a way that when times are inherently slow, they just raise the spread, or they try their arm, they hold out longer as long as the bills are covered. in terms of bullion by post, they're relatively expensive anyway, but they get away with it because they've got that trust factor, and they get away with it because people don't know better. They haven't come to realize price discovery, because bullion by post tends to be a company that pulls people into the industry when they first buy. They tend to go to bullion by post and say, "Oh, I bought from these, but they're expensive. However, they looked after me." And then they go to other areas. They go further down the wormhole to realize that there's companies that will look after them. So yeah, it's an interesting dynamic in terms of what happens when the market is slow. Like when the market's fast, I don't think dealers care. They want it on the books and off the books. There's going to be a stage where they probably have so much on the books, they have to get rid of it. So the premiums do come down on certain things. I had a field day in the summer. Like I was making like mega money in some cases, because I was in the right place at the right time and I knew I could move it. However, I'm more hesitant now to sell my stock because I'm not sure when I can replace it. Like this stuff is easy. Like I can go on the groups and I can say, "Hey guys, I'm looking to pay X," and as long as there's some people who want to sell, it's not a problem. I can always trade out for gold. However, I don't know when the gold and silver is going to come in. So when people say to me, "Do you want to sell for," let's say for example, "Do you want to sell for 23 an ounce?" The answer is no, because I'm not sure when it's next coming in. That's okay. You know, there's still £5 over spot at 23 an ounce. Like I want to be selling for 25 an ounce, because if I sell too cheaply, it causes me problems if I can't replace. It's all well and good I've made the sale and I've made margin, but if I can't replace it, it means, or if I can't replace it easily, what happens is I go to the market and I keep raising my offer price until stock comes in. And you could be hit with a situation where I've sold it for 23 and it's going to cost me 23 to get it in. It doesn't really help me. You know, that's not how I want to be playing it. So I think in terms of stock being thin on the ground, I do think that's the case. However, experience always dictates that there will be better times. It's always feast and famine. There's always going to be times where it's slightly slow, and that's why I build my reserve. So for those of you who don't watch my channel, there's several videos of why I built a reserve and what I put into that reserve, because there are going to be months like this month and probably next month where there isn't much stock, and then it will go again. You know, it will come back and there'll be loads and loads of stock on the market, and I'll be picking off coins and there'll be lots of buyers on Facebook. So there's always different occasions when when it's a buyer's market and when it's a seller's market. And at the moment, I think it's more of a seller's market because there's nothing to buy. You know, it is what it is. So I hope you've liked the video. These coins they're actually really nice. I haven't seen these in a while. I'm trying to break down the videos so people can understand the market bit by bit. Sometimes it makes more sense than others. Sometimes the market is rational. You know, sometimes the market works exactly how you think it will work. But in terms of spot, you can't control that, but you can control how you buy and sell. And if you understand the characteristics and the mechanisms of how markets work for other dealers, you can understand, or you can get a better grasp of what you should buy and when you should buy and what you shouldn't buy, just from learning from experience. So yeah, I think that's it for me today. It's been a long day. I had a bit of an argument. I do want to put a video out soon concerning the stamp business. So that's it's in the process of being closed. I thought it was closed. We got to wait for the accountant to do the year-end accounts, and then it will be shut down. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a pleasant day. You know, I will be putting out some more videos sooner or later. Take care, guys. Bye.